Hello everybody, I am George, the 80s Transformers fan, doing another toy review today, and today I have in front of me 2006's reissue of Generations 1 Galvatron. This particular figure right here is repainted to more accurately represent the movie and the cartoon, and we're going to take a look at the box. As you can see on the box, we have the cartoon artwork looking very, very nice. As you can see, he has a Diecast gold matrix. You see Galvatron in the box. There is a picture of the toy. Side of the box. More pictures of the toy itself, and it's 3 different modes. He's actually a triple changer, which he never did on the cartoon. The traditional artwork. Another picture of Galvatron, and it actually says a few things. I think it says the phrases that the toy actually says, but they're in Japanese, voiced by the cartoon actor from over there. I can't remember his name. Bottom of the box shows you how to transform Galvatron. Top of the box, same similar pictures, and we're going to get right into it. This package has already been opened. I placed it back into the box to do the toy review. This is actually my display piece. Slide this guy out real quick. If I can get him, I don't want to come out. It actually has 7 robot points there. If we could actually use them. Comes in the cardboard tray in the clamshell. I have never removed the stickers and instructions because he's pretty good on his own, and I'm going to get to that. Here's the chain that holds the matrix. That to the side. Take Galvatron out himself. He's in laser cannon mode. Okay, Galvatron's outside of his packaging, and you immediately can see more purple all over this guy. The only purple he had on the original, I believe, was his arms or legs in cannon mode. It was a darker purple. He has a lighter purple here to more resemble the anime. In the anime, it kept changing. Like sometimes he was like a navy blue, a real dark purple, or this lighter purple here. But I guess they chose this one because he was seen more in this color. And like I stated, he comes with a gun. Comes with a matrix. He comes with the chain to hold the matrix, and he comes with the cannon handle that goes on his arm, which is a purple plastic with gray painted over it, which is like weird because they have gray plastic in the toy, and why risk scraping off the plastic when they didn't have to? Yeah, but TAKARA. Okay, here he is in cannon mode. And I've always hated that he couldn't raise up. At least I don't know how to get him to raise up. Like when he shot Starscream. Guess you could do that. But that's about as best you can get. And as I stated, he is a triple changer. He turns into... Well, let me finish taking a look at him in his cannon mode. He has some pretty good molded detail. I always wondered why they had to make the legs this thick. They could have made it a lot thinner, half the size, and made it look more accurate to the cartoon. Another thing that was always curious to me about movie figures, a lot of the movie figures were commissioned by Hasbro to be made for the movie. And when they came out not movie accurate, it's like, how could you not make a toy that was made for the movie not come out movie accurate? I always thought this guy was weird. One of the least impressive guys. I thought he was too big. And over the years, I've learned to like him a lot better. But as a kid, I was like, ugh. I had the original. And never really liked it that much. It was only cool because he was Galvatron. He was the leader. He used to be Megatron. Even though that's not what his tech spec said on the original toy. And as you can see, he rolls. He has treads, but the treads don't roll. Actually molded detail on the inside, and this is where the sticker goes on the outside to cover the screw. And I just activated the sound and the speech. He has electronics. He says different phrases, and instead of the 3 sounds he used to make, he makes 1 laser sound. Well, that 1 transformation sound, 1 laser sound, and then he says like 5 phrases, I believe it is. He still has the rub symbol. It's working pretty good. And they changed the light. The light was like a white light in here. For some reason, if you can see it, they made it a red light, which it doesn't light up as bright. I think it's just in robot mode, it makes his eyes red. But it was a yellow light, I believe. But in this mode, it doesn't look as good. Let's see if it looks any better without light. I guess maybe I should have it making a laser sound, huh? Yeah, this is a Unicronian Cybertronian cannon mode. And I think these are supposed to sit out when he's in cannon mode. Like that. Alright, and I know he said several things. I think I can remember what they are. His Japanese words. Alright, that's blah ha 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 ha, you fools. And he says, I crush all Autobots. That's, you are all useless. I guess he's like going nuts in Japan. Then he says, I'll destroy you. And he says, Decepticon army transform, which was pretty much in English. And that's pretty much all he says. If you didn't know, now you know. So I guess that's pretty much it for that mode. This is underside. You know, we took a look at it. Get him transformed. Wait, I'm going to change him to his gun mode, which I believe you just roll the guy over, pull a lever down, put these up. I don't remember what the legs go this way. I think the legs go straight up like this, and that's pretty much it for his triple changer. And now he's in gun mode, which I don't know, maybe yeah, the gun mode not so nice, not so spectacular. But yeah, that's supposed to be his gun mode. Anyway, get this guy transformed into robot mode. Move this little piece up. We don't know what that is, even 4. Put this up. Pull his legs down, separate them. Flip his little feet out at the bottom. I love the little red chrome they got going on right here. Move these around. Pop his hands out and look at his arm. His arm, like, it's all hollowed out and it's huge. They could have had it half the size and it would look better. It's like, there's no reason why it's this big. And same on the other side. Left to right, same thing. Pull these out. I believe I got them completely extended. Waist down. Does it lock? I can't remember if it locks. Take the barrel off his head, of course. Connect it to this piece. Just pop it on his arm. There's a little groove here. Pops right on there. And when his arms are straight down, these go up like this. But when you rotate it, they come off. So I'm gonna put him in soldier mode. Put his arms straight down. Pop these up. And hopefully you can see his face where they actually retooled it. If you know Galvatron, it's supposed to look more cartoon, more evil. And we're gonna go for the sounds again. Oh, put it back on his voice. And I guess they were going for the red eyes and robot mode more than anything. Alright, he has the painted on Autobot logo, which is another reason why he looks so good like this. I never bothered putting any stickers on him. Seemed like it'll be a waste, because with the color and the little chrome and his little 4-pack and the Decepticon logo, he looks good without the stickers. He looks a lot better than the standard G1, I'll tell you that. But again, with this little, with the fat arm right here, it makes him look like his arms are shorter than they actually are. Because he has a pretty good limp arm in robot mode. And then you can look at his fist, he has some molded detail. But again, this is horrible. So treads right there. And again, it's like they could have got it more accurate, in my opinion, for this being made just for the movie. But this is more accurate than the standard G1. And then he comes with the handgun, just in case he can't kill everybody with this big ass thing. He has an extra little gun, and it has a name and a function like particle beam. I know it's not particle beam, but it some type of beam gun or whatever that does something else. And last but not least is this Matrix diecast. He comes with a real metal chain, and you take it and simply hook it onto here. Same thing with this one. You hook it onto here, and you just drape it on them. And when this first came out, a lot of people talked about the Matrix swinging and scratching this thing off. And I've had this Matrix sitting on his chest, even though I'm not playing with it, for years. I think this came out in 2005 or 2006. And I have absolutely no scratching. That little paint thing is on there very well. And he holds the Matrix just like in the 1986 animated movie. And if they had did this back then, this might have been one of my top 5 favorite guys. Because this color scheme just looks a lot better. You can see a lot more of the detailing in the figure and see how more closely he resembles the cartoon. The original color was just, yeah. And then he was like this giant, almost like brick, but not quite a brick. I'm going to get into articulation, but before I do that, I want to tell you that this particular figure, I'm not sure if it's the same tech spec, but his rank is a 10, his intelligence is a 9, his speed is a 9, his endurance is a 10, his courage is a 9, his firepower is a 9, and his skill is a 10. So very, very, very high numbers for Galvatron. Right there. And see if we can do articulation. His head does nothing but duck down into his chest. His arm should 360. Got a 360 there. We have, take the gun out. Take the gun out. His arm can move in and out because of the transformation, but it won't go further out than this. He has an elbow bend, which, man, look at the little tiny arms at the end, little tiny forearm. Go up and down. Nothing at the wrist. His waist swivels, but he crashes into all this back kibble. Waist swivels, all of the transformation, and yeah, whenever he's done, he has his leg bends at the thigh, I should say at the waist or hip joint. He can come back about that far. He bends at the knee, obviously, and then his foot just moves just a little bit for transformation. But with this paint scheme and redeco, only thing that could have made him better is if he had the American Frank Welker voice actor in there. I was hoping he was going to get a US reissue and we could have got Frank Welker's voice in there. But pretty cool toy. And if you have any version of Galvatron and you don't have this one, you might want to take a look at getting this one. Like I said, it's been around for about 10 years now, and I'm reviewing it now because I started doing movie guys with Cyclonus and then Scourge, and now this guy, and I guess I'm gonna continue to roll out movie guys. But here is G1 reissue anime recolor Galvatron, and I am the 80s Transformer fan, and thank you for joining for another toy review, and I got more coming soon. Okay, everybody, if you're still watching, you've made it to what I call bonus review time. And in bonus review, I try to put some things in that I didn't want a regulatory review because I didn't want it to run long. In this case, it's my G1 Galvatron. And before we take a look at this, I'm gonna tell you a story about it and how I got it. Like, if you're a collector, most of the toys you come across, unless you just got them off eBay or something like that, they come with like a little story, and like the really good ones you remember. And I got a good story for this one. I was driving down, was it Grand River, and I saw they had like 1,000 block yard sale thing they do every year, and I saw some guy had Transformers. I get out, go over there, I'm talking to the guy. He's telling me about some of his box Transformers, and the guy was telling me that this was a sealed Galvatron, and this had to be like in 2001, 2002 when I first got back into collecting as an adult. And the guy wanted, I think, $40 for this, and I couldn't believe it. And he kept telling me it was sealed, had never been opened. And at that time, when I first got into toy collecting, I had been around a lot of shysters. And long story short, I didn't believe it had never been opened, so I opened it. And I kind of ruined it because at the time it had like almost or pretty much no flap crease. If you can see it, it has a little bit of flap crease running down here. But at the time it had no, I could have got this thing graded or something at the time. And I probably could still get it graded, but it had absolutely no flap crease. Here is the front of the box. The original artwork, the original look of the guy, top of the box, Galvatron, bottom, similar product shot, and the reverse of the box. Well, I guess I gotta pass the side of the box. Reverse of the box, a different battle on the back of the box than on the reissue. I believe it's a different battle. Yep, this one has Metroplex in the sky with Trypticon. This one, Trypticon approaching the ground, and his tech spec. If you want to pause and read that. Okay, so yeah, the guy that's selling it, he originally was going to give it to me for 20 bucks. Not just this one, but I bought some more guys that were sealed from the guy, but he said 20 bucks on this, and I couldn't believe it. And I was trying to get it and get out of there, and then his brother comes out. And his brother comes out, and he said, "Oh, those are my original toys. Those are sealed." And I'm like, "Oh, here it comes. He finna hit me with the price." And I'm gonna have to argue that his brother quoted me a price. He was like, that's never been open. Man, I can't let it go for 20 bucks. And I'm thinking like he gonna say 80, 100, something like that. And the guy was like, "Man, give me 40 and it's yours." And I paid $40 for this at a yard sale. It had never been opened till I opened it like an idiot. And I think this is the side. I think one side is still unopened. Yeah, this is the open side. You can see where the tape has aged a lot. So anyway, I've only been inside this box like twice, and I don't open it. I'm gonna stop the camera so I don't mess it up. Okay, I went off camera, so I really didn't damage it. And I've only taken this out like twice. The first time, because I couldn't believe it hadn't been open. I thought the guy was like trying to trick me or something, but here it is with the super white styrofoam, beaming white styrofoam. It still has the cardboard in place. I've never taken out the gun. Still has this little styrofoam square right there in place. There's Galvatron in there. I've never ever taken this thing out. This cardboard, I mean the styrofoam here is still in place. Back of the styrofoam, I mean it's absolutely mint. This Galvatron has never been touched. Like I opened it like an idiot. Here's this instructions and sticker sheet and all that. Never opened. Yellowing tape on that. And here's my Galvatron that I opened, and I probably shouldn't have. I chipped the styrofoam somewhere. Put that back in there. And this thing's going back in the storage. I brought it out just for you guys, so you can see it in the bonus review part, and you can see how stupid I am for opening it, because I thought it was a scam. And don't get me wrong, for every good deal I've gotten like this in the early days, I got burned a lot on toys. Got home, some of them would be fake or incomplete or things like that. I've got burned a lot. So don't think if you see my toy review like, man, this guy gets good deals. But in this one, I wish I hadn't opened it. From the same guy, I got a Pepsi Prime that had never been opened. I got a Jazz that had never been opened. And what else I got one more from that guy. And I got a Wheeljack that had never been opened. And I spent like 120 bucks for G1 Transformers that had never been opened. And I don't think he knew what the market was at the time. I really didn't know back then. I just knew they were a lot more than that. But I got a lot of guys that were mint sealed. So again, this has been George, 80s Transformer fan. Thanks for sticking around for my bonus review. I hope you liked the bonus review, and I'll see you soon. One more thing, I just had to do this. Like, we had to deal with this. This was Galvatron's Nemesis. This is the end of the road, Galvatron. Haha, bullshit. You had to deal with the scaling issue with this guy versus Rodimus Prime.